Hi everyone, it is Jenny again. I hope you're all doing well. So today I'm back with my violin and I'm going to be playing another song for you. Last week I played Au clair de la lune, which in English actually means clear moon. I was reminded of that after I filmed the video. I probably knew at some point, but I had forgotten what it means in English. But today I'm going to play At Calvary for you, one of those old hymns that we love so much. You may be very familiar with that hymn. Actually, one of the reasons I got back into the violin again after, as I told you, a little of my violin journey last week. But I stopped playing it after grade 12. I had started at grade 3. But one of the reasons I got back into it again was because I wanted to play hymns at church. I was going to a different church at the time. I was living in Nova Scotia, and it was the church I was at there. I had hoped to play the violin at some point. I got a violin from Kijiji, but it wouldn't tune. It wasn't easy to tune. Apparently, eventually, someone else tuned it for me, but I was, I don't know, I guess not into it as much as I thought, and I ended up selling that violin. But then fast forward a few years, I met my now husband. He's a musician, and he inspired me. Talking to him inspired me to try this violin again. So I ended up purchasing a violin. I didn't get it secondhand. This is a Yamaha, a basic violin, nothing fancy, but it works. And so that was 2 years ago. I didn't practice a lot in the beginning, as I mentioned last week as well, but I've been practicing a little bit. I try every day. I don't always get every day practices in, but most days I do practice. And I don't practice a really long time every time, maybe, anywhere from 10 or 15 minutes to half an hour. I don't usually go beyond that. But yeah, I have seen improvement, as again I mentioned last week, a little here, a little there, and you improve. But what I'm going to do with my YouTube channel now is I'm going to track my violin progress. There are videos on YouTube. They're time-lapsed. You see someone's progress over 2 years. They're little snippets of videos that they've taken, but they're time-lapsed. It's not real time. It's still encouraging for a newbie like me, a relatively newbie. I feel like a newbie. But over the last few months that I've been regularly practicing, I have seen improvement. My husband has, he confirms that he's heard improvement as well. And so I want to track my progress here on YouTube. It's a good tool for me to refer back to see how I progress. But also, whether it's a violin that you're learning or some other instrument, maybe this will encourage you to practice and get better a little at a time. It doesn't have to be the violin. It can be any instrument, the piano, the guitar, the ukulele, because all of those instruments, it's not likely that you're going to get better if you don't practice. So this is my encouragement to myself and to you to practice and to see improvement little bit by little bit. So like I said, today I'm going to play At Calvary, and I'm going to do my best. It may not be perfect, but anyway, we'll see how it goes. I hope you enjoy it. And maybe one of these days I will learn how to put the lyrics over top of the screen. So while I'm playing, you can sing along if you want. And you're free to sing along anyway if you know the lyrics. Or you can look them up online. But let's get started. So that was it. I know it wasn't perfect. I didn't get all the notes perfectly in tune, and anyway, it wasn't perfect, but there you have it. That was At Calvary. I don't know what I'll play next time, but if you have any suggestions, any recommendations, if you want to suggest something, feel free to mention it in the comments. And also, feel free to like the video. Feel free to share it if you know of a musician, a new musician that you would like to encourage. Please subscribe to my channel, all that good stuff. But I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye for now.